I'm trying to perfect my four-wheel drift technique. And that was a pretty good one right there in that corner that I don't know the name of. Onto the settings. So I'm using the NSX because it's a very good car with low horsepower. A very good weight balance. And specifically mid-engine and rear-engine cars in Gran Turismo are capable of achieving more rearward brake bias. So with the brake controller set to 5 in the rearward direction, it's further back than any front engine rear wheel drive car that I can tune. And having good trail braking control is necessary for the four-wheel drift. It's all about sliding into the corner to slow down and then basically over throttling the corner through the exit and maintaining the four-wheel slide. I'm not very good at it right now. These are the settings. Wait, first the modifications. Note no steering angle adapter. And normal brakes and everything. Using Comfort soft tires. I want to use Comfort tires because they're easier to slide with, and the soft ones are the grippiest ones that are easy to slide. Usual drift technique with the minimum stiffness in the front, which is still pretty stiff for other cars, and the anti-roll set to 4 in the front to make it easier to catch slides. A little bit of rake for the under tray. It's not that effective. It doesn't have modified aerodynamics. And these specific differential settings, I'm not so sure on the braking sensitivity. Could be higher, could be lower. It still locks up the front tires at maximum brake pressure. So and I'm, by the way, not using ABS. I need to have ABS off for this to work, but it's still locking the front tires anyway, so having a less braking sensitivity in the rear doesn't improve the oversteer mechanic. Actually, it might reduce performance. But anyway, the specifically initial torque is necessary because the car needs to have lift off throttle oversteer, but still have some control of the oversteer that is caused by lifting throttle, and then maximum acceleration sensitivity to make the car controllable while sliding on throttle, and usual damper settings and everything. Okay, on to the drive. Let me get my gloves on. This is going to be a bit long, a longer video. Okay, so just lift off here and it rotates. Notice, oh, too much steering input. Very little steering input to get the car rotated into the turn. I still have to do the Scandinavian flick a little bit. Okay, I didn't get it rotated on the brakes there. It locked the front tire. I still have to do a little bit of a Scandinavian flick to get the car rotating on the entry, like that. Too much counter steer. Very slow apex speeds, mostly because of the tires, but also this technique doesn't work on modern tires. It might, I don't know if it actually is, but it might have been a better technique on 80s and 90s tires, early 90s tires, because the compounds were not as refined back then. I don't know exactly how the chemistry changed, but tires have become a lot more grippy and less accommodating for sliding the car around. So as you can see, it's really easy to get the four-wheel drift in that big turn. This is very little counter steer. Just kind of touch the throttle and grip the exit. Hairpins are very difficult to four-wheel drift, and I almost had to let go of the steering wheel there. Too much drift in that corner. That one's difficult in every car for drifting. Locking up the front. Okay. There we go. That was as perfect as I can actually get a hairpin, or clear a hairpin with a four-wheel drift. It's just too slow of a corner. It requires too much rotation. Oh, it's too much slide in this one. I don't need to actually force the slide in that turn. And I need to go into third anyway. So notice I'm using zero ABS assist. Get the car rotating on the brakes. Okay, nope, too much drift at the apex. Oh, almost had it. Too much throttle at the apex. I had to turn in a lot there, didn't give it enough throttle at the apex. Just barely touched the throttle, barely steering into the turn, and then throttle out to the exit curb. And it's not exactly a quick way to drive. I need to get it rotating more. Okay, that was pretty good. A little bit bad throttle input on the exit. I would like to be rolling on the throttle through the exit rather than lifting off throttle at the start of the exit of the hairpin. Okay, that's too much rotation. Alright, so I've proven a point. These hairpins are possible to four-wheel drifts. It takes, for this particular game, a specific kind of car, which is a mid-engine car with low grip tires and low horsepower to do it. But I'm going to drive the Nordschleife with no practice. Okay, going through these menus real quick. Get out of here. So the Nordschleife has a lot of variety of corners, and the hairpins, I'm not going to try to force the four-wheel drift at the Nordschleife. I'm just going to drive the car. It naturally oversteers. It will four-wheel drift. I might even crash just because it's so oversteery. Nordschleife. Dune. Anyway, it's really fun to drive like this, but I've said it before, it's not particularly quicker. It might have been quicker in the 80s and 90s, especially in rally. They have specific rally tire compounds that are different from regular street tires and race tires. Even competitive on the market tires as well. They're a little bit different. That allow a lot more sliding. All right, here we go. Like I said, I'm not going to try to force it to slide. The four-wheel drift is happening when I'm barely turning the wheel to get the car around the turn, and I'm not counter steering either. So that was me trying to force it again. Let's see if I can just drive naturally. There's the four-wheel drift there, very little counter steer. Too much drift. tempting to take these in second. There's a four-wheel drift there. Four-wheel drift this turn. Almost drifting that turn there. They brake for this for sure with these tires. Whoa. There's a good one. A little bit of counter steer in the apex. This is gonna be, I'm gonna slow down for this dip. This car's too oversteery. Let's see if I can do the slow turn. Slow turns are the hardest to four-wheel drift. I'm not gonna bother. Deep trail brake into the corner, and it just rotates. Trying to force it here, not too much drift. Stay in third. It's tempting to take this in second. Sort of drifting through that hit, miss, hit, or whatever it's called. Oh, locked the front. Definitely can't get it sliding if I'm locking the front tires. Sliding the wrong tires. Oh, will it hit the wall? Oh, on the curb. Probably be really bad for the rims and the axles. Nope, late. Fumbling on the brake pedal. Oh, too much throttle. Stay in fifth. Oh, too much oversteer. There's the crash for you. Oh, still crashing. Whatever. It's staying in the video. And reverse. No, I don't think so. I stalled it. Should start soon. Did it start? Oh, there it goes. I don't have my ignition button mapped. So that's the problem of having a car that is too oversteery. It becomes very difficult to recover once it's out of control. I thought I could take that high-speed section flat out, like normal. If I had a different tune on this car, it probably would be flat out still, but it didn't work out that time. There's a four-wheel drift. Very little steering input. There's another one. Oh, too much counter steer at the exit. Oh. Same with that one. There's a four-wheel drift, pretty clean. Took a lot of curb, both sides. Tentative on throttle through the uphill turn. Whoa. Now that I know this car is very unstable at high speed. Oh. Didn't quite get it sliding properly there. Don't want to slide this. Four-wheel drift through that whole turn. Oh, okay, lift throttle, okay. Brake very gently. Car is not stable on the brakes. Let's try to go for a clean lap. Oh, too fast. You're not going to do it here. Better that time around. Take a curve here. Oh. And the biggest reason why the four-wheel drift is slower, one, was it the tire grip curve. If you study that, you have to do that on your own. But also, in order to regain grip to get a fast exit, you have to lift off throttle. And that is slower to lift off throttle than to stay on throttle if the car was already gripping. Supposed to be in 6. There we go. Okay, brake. Take it easy through the dip. Get some force. Just a reminder, the steering on screen is 1-to-1 with my wheel in real life. There was a four-wheel drift in a slow turn. Very difficult. Just happened to get it to slide properly on the entry. Slow down more here than last time. I was still going to the curb. Whoops. Too much slide. Be careful with these high-speed turns. Nice rotation on the brakes. Not too much throttle on the apex. Let's see if I can do this section again. Oh. Stay in fifth. Lift off. Okay, here we go. Extra slow. Took it a little too carefully there. Almost had a good four-wheel drift there. Not going to slide the carousel. Oh, too much throttle. Trail brake in here. A lot of counter steer. Getting a little bit excessive on the slides. That was all right. Let's try this in third, no, fourth. Same fourth this time. Yeah. Okay. Careful through here. Do a short shift. and slide into the entry here. Oh no, didn't do it. Understeered. And then I overcooked the apex. I was gonna try and slide it in to the mini carousel. Too wide. Whoa, forgot to lift there. Careful. Oh, overcooked it again. Yes, I made a clean lap. That's pretty good. That was my attempt at mastering the four-wheel drift. Honestly, I don't think I'm going to get any better at it. But that's that. Till the next one.